Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. And came to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Farrell. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
16 yards, a first down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
No gain on the play this time. It will be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Operating from the gun, Farrell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The man in coverage was Trent McDuffie. And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Play direction. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Max Crosby, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. On second down, they'll run it here. Able to make one man miss, but he will be corralled around the 10-yard line. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Oh, he shifts past him. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun. Farrell, complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw on 2nd down. Farrell, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Farrell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. And they're going to get this up to midfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. On second down, it's Taylor. Nice little juke. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to think about it. Maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the counter, it's Taylor. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? How about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to throw on second down. Farrell. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Farrell. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of second down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And to the 42-yard line here, and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Farrell. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy and the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they do finally get him at the 12. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Farrell. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looking to throw. Farrell. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Farrell. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on third down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you gotta like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 134 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
To throw on 2nd down. Farrell got a man open. It's Chase. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Looking to throw. Farrell got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver,
and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This still a one-possession game. 8 points the difference as we resume action on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Farrell. Open man is Chase, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw again. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos are back within a couple of the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
On second and very short, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Farrell. This one brought in by Jefferson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Farrell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and that's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. And too much gets juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a two-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking.
And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. We're back now in KC, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. To the right side, this is Taylor. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run once more with Taylor. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 76 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Farrell. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Taylor. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
That was a huge play on third down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. For Marshall, that's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hartman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Farrell, complete, Jefferson to target. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They called out a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Farrell. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Farrell. He's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Farrell. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Farrell. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Farrell. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll finally be ridden out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.